Hey guys, I'm going to show you how I made a custom cushion for a footstool. I had been looking for a footstool for my chair in my bedroom at the thrift stores, but I couldn't find any. So I went to Hobby Lobby and found this one on discount. And that's why. Here we go. Polyfoam cushioning, general foot and zipper foot, rotary cutter and mat and pencil, decorative trim for piping, your choice of fabric. This is a industrial strength adhesive. Yeah, industrial strength adhesive. You can find it at any big box store or hardware store. It's called E6000. It's got to be better than 5,000, right? Anyway, so this is how I'm going to reapply the leg on the footstool by putting it down into the broken cavity as well as around the top of the leg. Make sure it's saturated in E6000. Then go ahead and try and wedge it in there, which it was loose to begin with, which makes me think that this wasn't the original leg on this footstool. I can't believe I actually put this thing back on the shelf for someone like me to find. But anyway, flip it over. All right, well, need some gravity in order for it to hold because it's going to take at least 48 hours for it to completely adhere. And this giant Samsonite case full of notebooks will do just fine. Thumbs up. You can find this polyfoam at Hobby Lobby. For this size, it was $5.99. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to measure it out for how big I need it to be on top of the footstool. In hindsight, you actually need your cushion to be at least an inch bigger than what you need it to sit on, so that when you squeeze it inside of the fabric, it'll come out the actual size of the footstool. You guys will see what I mean at the end. Please do not play with knives, okay? I'm only doing this because I'm the only person home, but don't play with knives. And this is not the proper way of cutting this foam, but I didn't know any other way, and I wasn't buying any more stuff for this project. So, got it all cut out. It's actually a little bit tapered, smaller on one side than the other, and then there's me with my face. Many, many months later, and in a new complete year, I am cutting out the same size circle, 2 of them in fact, for the top and bottom of the cushion. What I'm doing here is just evening up the fabric so that I can cut 4 even strips because I'm going to tie on the cushion to the footstool. Originally, I had planned to use Velcro to just kind of like stick it on top of the footstool, but for some reason I thought it would be a better idea to tie it on. Well, kind of regretting that decision. I would rather much have Velcro. Now, if you're going to use upholstery fabric, you need to make sure that you make your strips wide enough so that when you sew them together and you get ready to turn them inside out, that the fabric is easy to turn. Upholstery fabric, because it's so heavy, it's really hard to turn. So make sure that you make it wide enough. Here I did 2 inches. In actuality, I had to go back and make 3-inch strips. And to give the ties a little less bulk, I am going to, at an angle, sew the ends together so that they taper off and they don't have such a square rectangular look at the end. And if you need to, trim off any excess seams and also trim off where the angle is as well. Make sure that you apply your trim to the inside of the right side of your fabric. This is also the time that you would want to apply the strips of fabric if you're going to tie your cushion onto your footstool as well. Make sure that they are pointing inside of the cushion. Now, in order for me to be able to measure the material that's going to connect the top of the cushion with the bottom of the cushion, I basically, as you see, just drew a straight line on the cushion there, rolled it down this here piece of fabric, and then where that line stopped again is all that I needed in order to make that center piece. Here I'm going to apply the zipper. It's not an invisible zipper. It's just a regular all-purpose zipper that you can use mainly for skirts. And how I determined how long to make those 2 strips is I just made the same length as the zipper. If you need more information on how to sew with zippers, you're going to have to find somebody else's tutorial because I can't explain it to you. Sorry. Just know that you need your zipper foot and lots of patience, okay? Here's with the zipper attached to the 2 strips of material, which is going to be sewn back to the remainder of the centerpiece. And that's it attached all back together, so that's the center of the cushion. And this is with the centerpiece attached to the tops and bottoms. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew that all nice together. At this point, you want to take enough time and effort, slow your machine down if you need to, or if you're going to be hand stitching this, just make sure that you do the stitches at an even pace. Now, time to turn your cushion cover inside out. And as you can see here, the 4 ties are still loose. I did not make the mistake of sewing them inside the seam. Whew, I'll take a small victory where I can get it. It looks like a little backpack or something. Now the cushion's going to go inside the cushion cover. Oh my goodness, I did not know it was going to end up so neat looking. Of course, I had no pattern for this. I just simply winged it, okay? And tying it on to the bottom of the footstool. Now, you don't necessarily need 4. I think I probably would have gone with just 2 if I had known that it was going to go this well. And here we have it. Now, the cushion, it's a little small for the footstool. That's why I said you need to make the cushion at least 1 inch bigger than the actual footstool. Overall, though, it matches my chair, so I really adore it. Can't wait to use it. Thanks for watching.